Okay, let's talk about that one social fear that gets almost everybody, running out of things to say. In this explainer, we're not just going to talk about it. We're going to give you a super simple, really powerful tool to make sure it never ever happens to you again. We're talking about transforming any conversation from awkward to completely effortless.
Oh, you know that feeling, right? That moment. The conversation just stops. The silence is deafening, and your mind goes totally blank. It's that shot of pure panic, that desperate scramble for the perfect thing to say that turns what should be a fun chat into a high-stakes exam.
And it doesn't matter if you're on a first date, a networking event, or just trying to chat with a new coworker. That pressure is so real. It's not just about keeping the conversation going, is it? It's that deeper fear of being judged, of being seen as boring, or worse, just being completely forgotten the second you walk away.
So, what do we do? Well, we've all been taught to rely on small talk, right? But let's be honest, it's a trap. It keeps us stuck on the surface, just cycling through the same old boring questions about the weather or our weekend plans. It never actually leads anywhere real.
And this really shows you the difference. On one side, you have the small talk trap. It feels forced, it's awkward, and it's totally forgettable. But on the other side is what we're all actually craving. A connection that feels effortless, meaningful, and memorable. So listen, the problem isn't you, it's the strategy you've been using.
So, how do we get out of that trap? We need a better tool. And I'm not talking about a script or some cheesy list of pickup lines. I'm talking about a simple, reliable framework that can guide you through literally any conversation. Think of it like your own personal conversation compass.
And here it is. It's called the Ford Method. Seriously, this is an incredibly effective tool that gives you 4 universal, high-value topics to dive into. It's basically your secret weapon for making conversations just flow and for building real rapport almost instantly.
So, what does Ford actually stand for? Come on, let's break this thing down, piece by piece, so you can see why each part works so well at building a real connection. Family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. FORD. These 4 pillars are the whole foundation. And they aren't just some random topics, They're actual gateways into understanding who a person really is, what they care about, and what really drives them.
So let's kick things off with F for family. Now, this can be about their immediate family, where they grew up, or even the family they've chosen for themselves, like close friends. It's a topic that's pretty much universal, and it taps right into the core of who we are.
And this is the key thing to get. When you ask about someone's family, you're not just collecting facts. You're showing that you're interested in their story, their roots, and the people who made them who they are. That immediately takes the conversation to a much deeper, more trusting place. All right, let's keep building and move to the next 2. We've got O and R, occupation and recreation. This is all about how a person spends their time. It covers both their work and their play, the stuff they have to do and the stuff they love to do.
See, these topics work so well because you're finding out not just what they do for a living, but what they love to do when they're off the clock. This is where you find out what they're passionate about, their hobbies, their hidden talents. You're not just asking, so what do you do? You're really asking, so who are you?
Now, family, occupation, and recreation are amazing for building a really solid foundation for a great conversation. But this last letter, O, this is where the real magic happens. This is the part that makes you truly unforgettable.
D is for dreams. Yeah, we're going there. This is all about their future. their goals, their ambitions, what they're excited about building or creating. This is where you go beyond the here and now and connect with their biggest hopes for their life.
Seriously, let that one sink in for a second. When you ask about someone's dreams and you actually listen with genuine curiosity and you're supportive, you are doing something that very, very few people ever do. You're validating their future self. You basically become an ally in their journey, and that creates an incredibly powerful and lasting bond. So when you put all of this together, FORD, what does it actually do for you? Well, it gives you a clear path to building that instant, authentic rapport that we all want to have. This is the transformation we're talking about. The Ford method is the bridge. It takes you from feeling awkward and anxious, constantly overthinking every word, to a place where you just feel authentic, present, and totally confident in pretty much any social situation. And the best part, you can start using this like tonight. Here's a quick tip. Start with R for recreation. Asking, "So what do you like to do for fun?" is a fantastic, low-pressure way to open things up. Then don't just ask what. Ask how or why. Like, "Oh, that's cool. How did you get into that?" And then just listen. Listen for that little spark of passion in their voice. That is your green light to dig deeper. So, the takeaway here is really simple. You now have a roadmap. You have a key that can move you past that awkward silence and help you unlock a genuine connection with anyone. The only question left is, whose world are you going to unlock first?